Why are people leaving Walmart in record numbers? I think you're going to be shocked to find out the real reason why retailers are jumping off of Walmart. It's not what you expect, but I'm super fired up to talk about this. I hope you're fired up. Let's do this. All right, so I'm going to be short and sweet in this video, but first, before I even jump into the topic at hand, let me remind you that my email is below in case you want to jump on the phone and talk about your Walmart business or your lack thereof. And if you want to talk about full-on automation for Walmart, everything from A to Z done for you, or you're trying to do it yourself, my email is below in case you want to jump on a quick phone call. But let's talk about this. Why are people leaving Walmart? Well, let me start by saying that it's not by choice, it's by force. So I want to go over what's happened in the past in Walmart just because I think it's important to understand what's going to happen in the future and moving forward, and some of the only problems that exist in the Walmart platform. And it's going to be a bit of a rant, so it's going to be short-winded, don't worry. But the big whole theme behind this is that when Walmart puts down the ban hammer on people, it puts down the mother effing ban hammer on people. And there's really no rhyme or reason a lot of the times. And eventually at some point, they typically will end up terminating stores just left and right, however they see fit. Whereas at least Amazon has some substance behind it, but now Amazon has started similar bullshit by introducing the Section 3 suspensions, or as I call them, the cock suspensions, because they're code of conduct. And a lot of people love it when I'm just throwing around the cock like that and saying all sorts of shit about cock. But the reality is that it is the cock lockdowns on Amazon, and it's very similar with Walmart, but they don't have any fancy term like cock for it. Instead, what they're basically just doing is, like I said, at will, they'll suspend or terminate accounts when they want. And this typically happens at the end of every year, very similar to what Amazon does. There's usually a ban hammer that goes down on Amazon every year right before Christmas, and that seems to be the same theme that Walmart is following. So in the past couple weeks, there's been a couple of events that have occurred on Walmart that mimic the things that happen on Amazon. As I've said in other videos, this is a theme and you've got to get used to it, because from this point forward, everything that happens on Amazon will happen on Walmart, and it's actually been happening way before this point. So that's important to know. Just if you were selling on Walmart, history will repeat itself, because everybody that was in Amazon has come to Walmart, it's now working for Walmart, and they're implementing the same thing. So whatever we've seen happen on Amazon will 100% with certainty happen on Walmart. And one of those is this wave of suspensions and banning. So let's talk about how these suspensions happened on Walmart and what we can learn from them and how we adjust moving forward and continue to evolve so that we can stay selling on the Walmart platform. So first and foremost, this happened, I want to say, about a month ago, where there was a mass amount of suspensions. It goes back even further than a month. We'll say a month and a half to 2 months, a mass wave of suspensions. And the issue that they cited was random. It was random, but there was a ton of stores that got suspended and shut down. However, they were pretty quickly put back up. If you had somebody that was writing good plans of actions for Walmart, you got the store quickly and easily, and the store was back up and running, and everything was going smoothly up until a couple weeks ago. And a couple weeks ago, here's what happened. Instead of giving any type of warning or just making it a soft suspension or a slap on the wrist, any store that had previously been suspended was more than likely just flat out terminated. And the reason for that termination was listed as trust and safety. So again, trust and safety didn't relate to the original suspension. They just boom, banned, suspended everybody, terminated everybody in most cases, and everybody was gone. So no chance of getting the store back. The store's gone. It's pretty much 6 feet under from that point forward. Well, as of that day, something very interesting has happened for a very odd reason. So let's talk about the second wave of suspensions that has now happened. And the reason cited on these suspensions is trust and safety once again. But here's where it gets really interesting. There's really no rhyme and reason for this trust and safety issue. What Walmart claims is what is on this email right here. It says, your account has raised potential security concerns. Hence, your account has been temporarily suspended pending further investigation. We appreciate you understanding. And they proceeded to ask for proof that this account was in fact owned by this person, which it was, right? So what they asked to submit is an ID, some articles of incorporation, and there was one other item that I can't remember off the top of my head. All those were submitted. Once they were submitted, it was a quick turnaround in their response. So before I go on, here's what they asked: proof of business ownership. So they asked for these things: proof of billing. So it was a bank statement that they asked for, and then identity documentation of the business owner. So you submitted this, and pretty instantly they got back to you. And here's what they came back to you with: is now they wanted an additional document, which was in this case an EIN letter. Once you sent the EIN letter, it's basically sitting and waiting. And as you can see, it's from the Walmart Trust and Safety team. So here's where it gets interesting. They quoted that it was suspicious payment activity. So typically what this means is that somebody has tried to log in and hack into your account or change the payment information on your Walmart account. But with this account, that wasn't the case. Same thing for the Payoneer attached to this account. There was no such evidence showing anybody had tried to even tamper with the Payoneer account. So again, this raises a question of what the hell is Walmart doing? And is this even something that's real, or are they just randomly suspending accounts, verifying that accounts aren't being distributed and sold to potentially suspicious characters that have violated their rules in the past? It raises a lot of questions, but the fact remains that they have consistently done this wave of banning similarly to Amazon, and will probably continue from now until the future. So my whole point to you guys is be very careful if it looks like your account has been tampered with, or somebody has recently logged into your account that shouldn't. That can raise a flag for concern for Walmart, and they could completely ban your account and ban you into oblivion. That could potentially happen. With Walmart, anything is possible. So be very careful. Try to have as much security as you can on your Walmart account. And secondly, you just got to be used to this shit, right? This can happen to your account at any given time. So make sure you have a valued store provider that can get you into Walmart with additional info. And a lot of that starts with having a backup LLC. So if you have to have a backup LLC, make sure that LLC and the EIN attached to it are aged for at least 90 days so that it shows in the IRS database, which Walmart does in fact pull from. And make sure that all your ducks are in a row, like your address matches the address on your ID and so forth. You're going to need this information if you're going to have to apply for a second store. So be prepared to do that, and don't get caught with your pants down, because that can certainly be the case, specifically on Walmart, because sometimes I wonder if they really know what the heck they're doing. But that's it for my rant. Sorry it took so long, but again, my email is below in case you do want to hop on a phone and talk about either having this done for you from A to Z and or doing it yourself. So questions, comments, go below. I always answer those. I'll see you guys next time.